Hey? Mm-hmm.
You get to make a didgeridoo, so we do it all in one day.
Have a bit of a look around, get away from the place for a day, come for a drive.
And how's things in one garden?
Pretty good, beautiful village, everybody mows their lawn out.
I'm mustering the last mob of ewes for shearing. So there's about 800 or so in this mob, the biggest mob, they're the old ewes. And I've got about 4 or 5 kilometre to take them. And I'm doing it early in the day because it's going to be another hot day. Anyway, I'll drive around the other side of them and start shifting them back towards where I am now. So I always start them off very slowly and gently. The way you start them makes a lot of difference to how they go for the rest of the drive. So I'll just stop here for a moment and let them sort of gather up. Some of them are asleep. There's not many laying down, but you sort of want them all standing and awake and aware that they're on the move. This four-wheel drive has got high range and low range, so I'm going to stick it in low range. So it's it goes not even walking pace. It's about 2.5 kilometres an hour, which is a good speed to move sheep at. We always like to work on the premise that we are training the sheep. And this morning they've gone to this gate where we usually take them out. There's a gate around the corner behind those trees. But that's not the direction we want to go. That's the way we'd normally go to fresh pasture or paddocks, stubbles, but we're going to go that way, straight into the sun. The shearing shed is at a neighbour's property, so they've got to go to the west. I'm going to have to go down there and move them off that fence, out of that gateway. In fact, I might just send Fen on down there. So Fen's our star kelpie. He's about 4 years old. And he keeps getting better every day. If I can undo his chain here, one-handed. Here he is. Good boy, Fen, come on. Okay. Rightio. Fen, go back. Go back. Steady. Back. Oh, he's got to take a leak. Now we've got the mob moving, which is what we want anyway, so. And he stopped there. That's all right. Fen, come. Oh, toilet stop now. Pretty dry and dusty. It's mid-February, late February. Not even sure what the date is. Been working 7 days a week. I know it's Sunday. Fen, ute. Amber, hop out. So this is Amber. Not sure how old she is, but I think she's 5 or 6, 7 years old. Might even be more. So she's been around for a while. She's quite good at droving, very gentle. Don't really need it much. We spend most of our time at the side of the mob rather than behind. We're just coming up to a gateway. A lot of farmers will push the sheep through a gateway. We've found that sheep sort of hate gateways if you do that to them, so we tend to just sort of take them to the gateway and then let them find their own way through. So it can take a little while, but we don't push them. Anyway, don't really need Amber out there, so Amber Ute, let's put her back. This mob is made up of just what we call the aged ewes. So the flock is sort of split into four. There's the young sheep, last year's lambs, and then there's the last year's, no, the year before drop ewes. They've got a green tag, and then everything else is in all the older ewes. Orange tags, white tags, tend to only cull on non-performance. So if a ewe doesn't get pregnant, so they're scanned, pregnancy scanned. So if she doesn't get pregnant, she might get to see the ram again. And then if she doesn't get pregnant, she'll get sold. And if she has some breakdown in her udder, might get culled later on, or if they've gone off in the wool, or particularly bad in their mouth, they tend to lose their teeth when they get really old. So there's no particular age that will cut off with this flock. It's more on non-performance that they're culled. So very pleased how they've gone through this gateway. So no pressure, just hanging back, letting them go at their own pace.